Hi, Sudhir. Welcome on YourPedia.
Thank you, sir.
Sudhir, you are doing your master's MS in very prestigious institute in India, that is IIT Madras, and you are doing your MS, and that is in
Mhm.
entrepreneurship. Believe me, this is something which is a very interesting, department and course to pursue. Very less
Mhm.
information among students, and
Yes, sir.
students have some kind of misconceptions
Mhm.
related to master's program MS and
Mhm.
related to entrepreneurship, Sudhir. So this
Mhm.
interaction with you will be very helpful in telling students about all these things in a right perspective. So
Yes,
Sudhir,
sir.
I start with you first. Please tell us which part of India you are, Sudhir, and from
Yes, sir.
which college you have done your graduation. What is your graduation, because it is an interdisciplinary department? So what is your
Mhm.
graduation background, and
Mhm.
what was your CGPA and GATE score? If you can tell us about that, and then we go
Mhm.
forward.
Sure, sir. So I'm Sudhir. So I'm from Tamil Nadu. So I did my B.Tech in Sastra University from Tanjavur. So my UG background was in aerospace engineering, and I gave my GATE in AE on the year 2022. So my CGPA was 7.6, and my score was 433 in aerospace. So I have applied for all the universities. Like I was joined YourPedia for post-GATE counseling on during 2023, and I came to know about this MS entrepreneurship course by your interaction with my seniors. How was the? I came to know that because of YourPedia. Like there are around 7 people in my batch, and 5 are from YourPedia. So so we are all here because of that. So this is how, like my course is, yeah, as you said, it's interdisciplinary. Even though I am from aerospace, I am working in a project called Hydroinformatics, which is related to water data, which is from Department of Chemistry. So it's completely a different background. But that doesn't matter in MS entrepreneurship because you are here for doing some startup. This course works like 50% technical and 50% management. So you can ask, like, even MBA students can do this startup everything. But the problem is they cannot understand the technical part of the product. So we are here to understand the technical part of the product, which was developed by the professors, which will be in a lab scale. So we need to make it as a complete product, and and we need to take into the market. So this is how this course works. And there is one advantage where other MS students don't have is we don't want to submit any thesis. We don't want to publish any papers. We just want to submit some business plan in at the end of the course. Even if you cannot start a company, it doesn't matter. You just eliminated one path of failure. That is how they said during
Okay.
the starting of this course. But I would recommend people to take this course only if they are really interested in entrepreneurship, because we are the third batch in our college. So our first batch was around 15 per person. Out of 15, like 12 have already started their company. That three are yet to start, and nobody sat for placement. So though you are good, you will be good in everything. Don't expect some placement. Of course, you can sit if your guide allows you, but I would recommend you to come to this course only if you are interested in this startup ecosystem of IIT Madras.
Wonderful. So, Sudhir, thanks a lot. You summarized everything, but
Yes, sir.
I have certain things to ask you
Sure.
on the basis of what you told me. You are aerospace engineer,
Mhm.
and you
Mhm.
landed up in
Sure.
IIT Madras MS program in entrepreneurship. Now,
Yes.
Sudhir, there are
Mhm.
some misconceptions among students
Mhm.
related to entrepreneurship, and I remember 2 years back when we were mentoring students for entrepreneurship. This was a new department that time. Students were not
Mhm.
aware that what is the meaning of this. We also
Mhm.
understand like opening company and getting into entrepreneurship is not cup of tea of everyone, and it is a difficult
Yes,
stuff.
sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
after graduation or after masters from the campus,
Mhm.
students have three options after masters. First
Mhm.
option is okay, placement, job. Second
Mhm.
option is higher education, PhDs,
Mhm.
India abroad. Third is
Mhm.
maybe entrepreneurship. Now, among
Mhm.
these three, easiest is to get into first two options. I mean, job you take or higher education you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
And
Mhm.
entrepreneurship is something where you need to put effort and then you have to go forward.
True,
My
sir.
question to you is, when some student joins MS program in IIT Madras for entrepreneurship, does he have
Mhm.
all the options? Can he go for placement or jobs? Can he go for higher education abroad? And
Mhm.
entrepreneurship obviously is one option. So what is your
Yes, sir.
answer to that?
So for coming to the first option, there'll be some problem because yeah, if your guide allows you, you can sit for the placement. But like if you see the recruiter's point of view, you are still an entrepreneur, so it will be a minus point on that regards because
Hmm.
like he wished to take some other who's working full time working on technical or research part. So you need to convince him. So that is your like it is your on it's on you. But there will be no restriction from the college side that you should not sit for the placement. Second
Okay.
thing is like higher education. So
Hmm.
here in IIT Madras, there is an option for option we have an option that we can convert to PhD. Every MS people can convert to PhD, but that doesn't work in MS entrepreneurship. You cannot convert this as PhD, but you can go for PhD either on. So you have two options for PhD. Either you can go in business point of view, like business studies, you can do on that, or you can go do your PhD on the product which you are working on, the technical part. Like if I am working on water, I can do something related to that. Someone is who's working on some other like carbon something, they can go on that. So you have two options. Either you can go for business studies or this thing. So when it comes to startup, the third option, there will be 100% support from the institution, like getting the VCs, mentorship, everything you will get here. So it's on you, like how you take, grab those opportunities and utilize those resources.
So Sudhir, how does it work? Like you joined MS
Mhm.
program. Now, normally what
Mhm.
we understand is when you join MS or m.tech, you
Mhm.
join the classes, there are fixed schedule, there are coursework, and you go to the classes, you go to the labs, you complete that, you sit for the placement and go out. No,
Mhm.
when it comes to your course like entrepreneurship, you are aerospace guy and you were talking about the chemistry project you were working and all. So how does it work? The moment you join MS program in entrepreneurship, how does it work? With which professor you work? Whom do you approach? How do you identify where you have to go? Please tell us about those intricacies.
Sure, sir. So the main reason why I joined this course, even though it is from chemistry background, is because of my professor. So my professor is his name is Mr. Talapil Pradeep, who is a Padma Shri awardee in IIT Madras, who is also a he has a good records if you need to know. Like so, because of him only I joined this, and I also had a meet before I joining the course. Like I said to him that I don't know anything on chemistry. I just studied chemistry in my 12th grade. Can I still join this course? Like that I was asking. Like he was saying, no, this is not related to chemistry. This is fully completely on data and water data, how you are going to train the data, everything. So it's related to data. So you don't want to do any chemical, chemistry experiments or something here. So he was clear about that. So that's the reason I joined this course. So when it comes to coursework, it's normal like all other MF people. Like we need to complete 45 credits in this course. I mean, in this degree. So what my course was inclined towards either with the product or the management. Like we have the opportunity to take the MBA courses. Like other MS people don't have that option. We can take all the MBA courses, and we also have entrepreneurship courses here, which is a core course for us. So I also take some courses which is related to data science theory in practice, those kind of courses for my product. So
Mm,
this is how it works here. And
okay.
yeah,
Mm.
that's
Okay, so Sudhir, now coming to taking the courses, as you said, you can take course from any departments and or MBA department, everything you can take it. So
mhm.
there is also, misconception among students between m.tech and MS program. Actually,
Okay.
students think that m.tech program maybe it's better MS. But last year I got opportunity to visit IIT Madras campus and met maybe hundreds of students there. I could
Mhm.
interact with hundreds of students of MS, especially I'm talking about because there were holidays and students of MS were there in the campus, and I could meet that. I
So,
think it is a month of April or May or something.
mhm.
So I want to there I came to know entirely different thing. I realized that okay, MS program is far better actually. That is, students are getting more opportunities to be in more campus for more duration and learning more. I want your opinion. Like, what is this myth between M.tech and MS program?
Yes, sir. So even my understanding before I come here was different. Like MS people, I mean, with low gate score only people get into MS. With high gate score, people go for MTech. So which means MTech is good. It's nothing like
Ah,
that. If you see the placement record, it is open to all. If you can visit
mm,
IIT Madras to see
mm,
placement records, MS people has more placement record than m.tech. Like
mm,
higher people get higher packages for MS because we work on a particular project. We don't do any internships or anything. So because
mm,
of that, we get more knowledge than them, which is a fact actually.
mm,
They need to go with the coursework, everything. But if
mm,
you are a person who's worried about the research or you need to work on your own, then I would suggest you to go with M.tech because it is like a coursework which you need to do only what professor said you to do. But research is not like that. You need to work on your own. But
mm,
it has more opportunities than M.tech, I would say, because that's
mm,
what. If you see the placement record, we MS people have more good placements than M.tech, and we also have the higher chances of getting good higher education like PhD to do PhD. We have
mm,
high chances of comparing to them.
mm,
And one negative thing is like they have the clear path. Like in one year you need to do the coursework. In sixth semester you're going to do a project, and you will get an internship, and you will go and get the pre-placement offer, and you will go to the job. But here you cannot you don't have this pathway. You cannot see the pathway. Like you can in between your project can be changed. Maybe you will get a correlation with your guide. Many things can happen, but
mm,
at the end of the course, I would say MS is more better than M.tech in
mm,
all perspective.
mm.
But
Okay,
the
Sudhir,
journey is
now,
hard.
okay. Sudhir, now let us say you joined
Mhm.
entrepreneurship with MS program in IIT Madras. Now you want to land up in, let us say, top institute like Harvard Institute or Stanford Institute. You want to land up for PhD program and all. So,
Mhm.
will it be okay for you, possible for you? I mean, your master's in entrepreneurship, you are
Mhm.
eligible to apply for PhD abroad in the field which is, of your interest.
Yeah, I'm eligible for that, sir, and I will also get LOR from my own professor.
Professors.
If yes,
Hmm.
sir.
Hmm. And how do they mentor you for entrepreneurship? I mean, the idea that
Mhm.
entrepreneurship means having your own startups and all. And you
Mhm.
told me that first batch students, 12 out of 15 are, initiated their startups and all. So my question to you is like, how do they mentor you? What kind of grooming is you guys get in this particular course, entrepreneurship?
Yes, sir. So the project which they offer is we get professor who is already who is both in academic or and in startup culture. Like my professor has 8 startups under him. Like other professor, even my French professors have some good number of startups under him. So we get professor only based on their history, like whatever they do. So when we assign to that kind of professor, they train us in that way, like how to start a company, not only just do an experiment and leave the product aside and go for place, nothing like that. So they train us in such a way that we need to bring up a product or a patent. They also, if we cannot start a company, at least we will have some patent or IP with in our hand at the end of the course. Something which will be a good. Some outcome will be there from this course. So this is how we get trained, and we also have courses like innovative entrepreneurship, customer discovery,
Mm,
supply chain management, marketing management, financial management. These kind of courses also we study. So
mm,
this will be a part of our startup journey, I would say.
mm, mm. Okay, so now IIT Madras started entrepreneurship course, I
Mhm.
think 2, 3 years back, as you were telling me. IIT Hyderabad also has this course. Any other IITs having
Techno
entrepreneurship
entrepreneurship.
course here? Any other institute? Any other?
Yeah, IIT Hyderabad has this M.tech in techno entrepreneurship. They have a separate department for that. And now BITS Pilani is planned for introducing an entrepreneurship, like PhD in entrepreneurship. Like what
Mm,
they offer is that you can get a computer science degree certificate, PhD in computer science. But what you do there is you do entrepreneurship. Like
mm,
you work on startup and everything. But so since people were not into getting a entrepreneurship certificate, degree certificate, they provide them a computer science degree certificate.
mm,
So they
mm,
are maybe this year or next year they are going to introduce this. This is the three major institute I know
mm.
only these three.
They started. Okay. So now you were aerospace background student with 7.6 CGPA and Your aerospace gate score was 433. I would like to ask you, like in the summers when you must have applied for various courses and IITs, from
Mhm.
where you got calls? I mean, what are the other
Okay.
options you try to explore?
Yes, sir. So, how you say, like, I literally applied for every IITs, or every courses. I attended interview. I went to Kanpur. I went to Hyderabad. I went to Guwahati. I attended all the interviews. I prepared your modules which you gave for fluid mechanics and raw materials, everything. I just saw many times those
Mm,
videos. So I
mm,
prepared well for it because my get score was low. I got this fear of losing it. So I
mm,
prepared well for my interview. And
mm,
literally I got called from every IITs. I mean, I from IIT Kharagpur and Bombay, I didn't get called. But
mm,
from other IITs, I got calls. Like from IIT Kanpur, I got MS and PhD in aerospace. And from
mm,
IIT Hyderabad, I got this self-sponsor m.tech in aerospace and also normal m.tech in aerospace. I also got m.tech in energy science from IIT Hyderabad. I got
mm,
MS in energy science from IIT Guwahati.
mm.
Then, yeah, in my COPE, I got everything like M.Tech Space Engineering from IIT Indore. All other IITs I
You
got.
were
Whatever I
getting.
applied,
Mm,
I got the call.
mm. So what happens is when this gate result is out and the students get their gate score and all, I tell you, like majority of the students who get less gate score or they don't get any gate score, they get demoralized. And the first knee-jerk reaction in them is like, okay, we have lost it, and compared to our peers, our friends, we have lost it, and now we need to drop. Next year, we will see. They don't even explore.
Yes,
Though
sir.
I keep on telling them that friends, invest next couple of months, 2 3 months, and as you said, Sudhir, you were preparing hard for conversion, and you got opportunities. But once you get opportunity, you have to convert it. Maybe there is
Yes,
a
sir.
written exam, maybe there is an
Ah,
interview,
yes, sir.
maybe there is a research proposal in IIT Madras. We have research proposals
Mhm,
and all. So
mhm,
students immediately after gate, especially when their score comes, they get demoralized and they don't put much effort. I
yes.
want your advice to such students what they should do if they think their gate score is low or they don't have gate
Mhm.
score.
Yes, sir. So mainly I joined YourPedia because of my less grade score. I would say the thing first. So after joining that, I just followed whatever you said in the group. Like I haven't had much interaction with you, but whatever you said suggest to all other students, I just followed it. I would say that for MS or even for M.Tech, gate score is just a token for you. Like after that thing, they don't even consider your gate score if you go into the interview. They just see how much you have prepared for it. So you need to give a good. If you gave a good interview, then your gate score doesn't even matter. It's just a token. Like it's like eligibility criteria.
Mm,
So even if you didn't get in this intake, just wait for winter intake because there were so many vacancies in IIT Madras itself for MS. Like even I got MS Aerospace again in IIT Madras. Still, I didn't go. I gave an interview and I got a call, but I didn't shift
join
this
it.
one. So winter admission, if you utilize winter admission very well, you can easily get with less gate score, or even there is some you would say like there is some non-HTTA category. Even I have saw many students who's
Mm,
from non-HTTA category who didn't even give GATE, but still they did very well in interviews
mm,
and have good experience. Like 1 year experience is more than enough for that, I guess. Um, Even there is one guy in MS Entrepreneurship who's with non-GATE category who's also from YourPedia.
Good.
So
Mm.
yeah,
Okay,
so
Sudhir,
he's
you mentioned about this non-STTA category. Can you please elaborate on it? What is non-STTA?
see non-HTTA category is like even without GATE you can enter the
Mm,
IIT. This is what it
mm,
was, but we need
mm,
some good CGPA and some
mm,
good experience. Like the one who I mentioned was he was working on Google and he left
mm.
that and he came here.
Okay.
But he had CGPA of six, sorry, eight, I guess, eight CGPA he had, and he did very well in interview because I have spoke with this professor and he was mentioning that. So even without GATE, you have opportunities and you have self-sponsor categories in many IITs. So
Mm.
you can apply for that. It is way easier to get into IITs without the GATE preparation. So
Sudhir,
that
we
would
know
be
one
nice.
thing that IITs are
Mhm.
very reputed organizations, and though they give chance to every student, but they do not compromise with quality. That I know. I've
Yes, sir.
spent 10 years in IT system, and I know professors, students so well that without capability they will not take. Right? Now,
Yes, sir.
to non-STTA or self-sponsored programs, sometimes students misunderstand that, okay, I mean, it is easy to get into IT. I want to tell
Mhm.
them it is not. It is not easy to
Yes,
get
sir.
into IT. At one stage or the other, you have to prove your mettle. You have to prove your
Yes, sir.
capability. Now,
100%.
I want your opinion on this, and I want your advice to students. Like, even if their gate score is low, gate is one criteria. They need to understand gate is just one criteria. Then
Yes,
there
sir.
are other things also, like your academic background, like your knowledge. They will have your interviews. I want you to tell the students that even if their gate score is less or they do not have gate score, they may get opportunity next couple of months to get into IT. But once they get opportunity, they need to prove themselves and how
Yes,
they
sir.
are to prepare themselves, because they stop reading, they stop putting effort. So Sudhir,
Yes.
please tell, if some student get opportunity for interview or something from a non-STT and all, IIT Madras, what
Mhm.
a professor will expect and how he is to prepare for that.
Yes, sir. So the way we prepare for GATE is completely different from the way we prepare for interview. So, okay, obviously we need to do this derivations, everything for this while we are preparing for GATE, but it doesn't work in interview because you need to know the whole concept, all the applications, how, like, for example, if you take this Bernoulli's equation, you should not know only the equation, but you need to know what are the applications in your own field. Like, for
Mm,
example, in my field, how it is used in the takeoff, everything I need to know. While if we know this much knowledge, and they ask so simple questions, like from your background, they just ask so simple. Even in my interview, they just ask about data and everything, and I just said what I know about the data and how it works, how large language model works. These kind of things I just said to him, so he took. So you just need to impress the interviewer, the professors, like you are the right candidate for him to work
mm,
on this. So because
mm,
though gate is a like criteria everything, but how you do in the interview matters a lot. So you need to you need to prepare a lot for the interview process.
mm.
um it is completely different from the gate preparation. That is what I need to say.
Mm. So that's what I mean. Chances the students will get, but only thing is once they get the chance, they should be ready enough to convert it.
Uh-huh.
And
Yes,
also,
sir.
Sudhir, you are the typical example. You are from Tamil Nadu, and maybe
Mhm.
you were visiting different parts of India during summers. You will be
Yes, sir.
traveling maybe in the trains or planes or something like that. Students have a lot of inertia. Sir, should I go? Shouldn't I go? I should have Zoom. I should have only at home. So, Sudhir, tell students, you being from Tamil Nadu, if you can travel, why they can't travel, because ISC Bangalore is the first in April which comes, and
Yes, sir.
students from all over India should come to Bangalore and all. So your
Yes, sir.
opinion on traveling part for this summer? Yeah.
Yes, sir, that I should say because this is the first time I was to North India actually.
Ah,
I don't
okay.
know Hindi. So
So you went to
Kanpur,
IIT
I went to
Kanpur
Kanpur.
also? You visited
Yes,
IIT
sir,
Kanpur?
Kanpur.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So Kanpur, which was really hard. I mean, I was really scared actually to go there. So scared of interview again. Again, how I'm going to travel. Those things were concerned about. It was so concerned. But I
Hmm.
mean, no other go, right? I mean, this is the only. If I miss this train, then I cannot reach there again. So we need to take risk actually. Though I mean, we prepared a lot. Then why we need to worry about the this obstacles which comes in between. So I will
Hmm.
suggest just go there. At least if you don't clear the interview, just visit the campus. It is a great campus.
Yes.
You will get so much people around. People
Yes,
are like
obviously.
you.
Hmm.
Yeah. So as less gate score, and you can interact with them, like what they are going to do, and that networking is so important. Like after coming here, I had this importance of networking. So these contacts on networking, which will be helpful throughout your life.
Hmm.
So we need to experience that. Though even though I didn't get, or even I got, I didn't go there. Uh, but I had a good experience there. I had a chance to visit Kanpur campus. I had a chance to visit Bhavati
Hmm.
campus. There, these
Hmm.
are
Hmm.
something like normally, though we are not allowed inside any IIT. But this is how
Hmm.
we enter and we see the campus. So
Hmm.
yeah, we need to we should not think about those kind of things. And spending some amount in this is worth it actually.
It's worth it. Hmm.
Um,
So, as you
mhm,
rightly said, we are from Tamil Nadu, and this is the first time we visited North India, and that was worth it because you could explore. And at some point of time in your life, you need to learn this because you never
mhm,
know. I mean, you may be doing job in any part of the India or world you have to do. So you need to come out of your comfort zone and start exploring the
mhm.
things. So, couple of
Yes,
things
sir.
like be ready to
Mhm,
explore, be ready to move around. And
Mhm.
offline interviews are there, you need to go there. Probability of
Mhm.
selection may be there, may not be there, but you have to move, and at the same time you need to keep on preparing for this. So
Mhm.
apply, prepare, and go. These are mantras. If you don't apply, you don't
Mhm.
get it. If you apply but you
Yes,
don't
sir.
go, you don't get it. If you
Mhm.
not preparing, you don't get it. So all
Yes,
these
sir.
three ingredients are required in the
Yes, sir.
students. They need to apply, they need to go, they need to prepare.
Mhm.
Unless until these three things are there, opportunities, even if they are there, you will not be in position to
Mhm.
open it, Sudhir.
Yes, sir. People also think for applying also, sir, but you just apply. You just have many options in your portal, and you see which one to select. You need to have those kind of things.
Hmm. Sudhir, I
Spending in
visited, as I
applying.
told you, I visited IIT Madras campus and I saw your that hostel also, a very big
Oh,
hostel. I am
Mandagini.
forgetting.
Yes, sir.
Sorry,
Yeah, I am in that hostel, so Mandagini hostel.
Mandagini. So can you tell the students about that hostel and facilities in that hostel?
Oh, that is a new hostel. Actually, it is the best hostel among all other 15 hostels. So we
Hmm.
have 10 floors in hostel. So every 2 floors we have indoor stadium, like indoor, I mean badminton court, and we have 2, 3 gyms inside the hostel. We have a pantry. We have a common room, and then every other amenities like how you say in flats we have in that hostel. And we get, I mean, we have lift like around 10, 15 lifts we have, so you don't want to worry about going to 15th floor or something. And we have vending machines and those kind of stuffs, everything. So yeah, even the bathrooms are everything will be clean, everything is fine. It is a great
Hmm.
place. I mean, see,
So everybody will get hostel, huh? Everybody will get hostel.
yeah, everyone will get offer.
Hmm. Unlike Delhi, because Delhi may you don't get hostel. So IIT Madras may don't have such
Oh,
problem, right?
no, no, we don't have any problem. If at least they will convert 2 sharing to 3 sharing, and they will accommodate every students in the hostel.
Hmm.
We get
Okay,
hostel.
Sudhir. So that brings to an end of this wonderful session which I had with you. Sudhir, any message
Thank
you
you.
want to give to the prospective students of IIT Madras?
Oh, so all you know that IIT Madras is NIR of one for 8 consecutive years. It's only because of the researchers and the startup culture here. Our director wanted 100 startups every year to incubate from IIT Madras. So even if you are really interested in entrepreneurship, you don't want to take MS entrepreneurship to be an entrepreneur. You can take any other MS, and you have this Nirman, which is called pre-incubator in IIT Madras. You can just I mean express your idea to the your mentors or professors, and they will be helping you to incubate your company. You can do those things in meanwhile. So it is the best place for starting your own company. So my director, I mean IIT Madras director will say only one thing. So either you start a company or you work on a company where IITM students are the founders. So this is what he used to say.
Okay.
So, and also, I mean, there are much things more than placements. I mean, there are many things other than placements works here. So, of course, placement is good here, but other than that, you can explore many things over here. So,
Wonderful. So,
fine.
Sudhir, that is rightly you said, and I also share my own experience of visiting IIT Madras and meeting MS students. I found very good satisfaction, and as you said, Sudhir, though you got multiple opportunities, you got even MS in aerospace, but you prefer to be in M.tech, MS
Yes, sir.
entrepreneurship. Maybe you like this course. So,
Yes, sir.
MS program is a really good course, but friends, this will not open up without putting effort. You need to keep on preparing
Yes,
so
sir.
that if you get the opportunity for interview, you are in position to clear it. So apply, go there and prepare well so that you get opportunity, and then good career opportunities thereafter. So let me thank
Mhm.
you, Sudhir. You gave your time to
Thank you.
me this morning
Thank you.
and told all the students meticulously. And if some
Mhm.
students would like to interact with you, because IIT
Ah,
Madras, this program will come, we'll again bother
yes,
you,
sir.
and maybe you'll come
Sure,
and
sir.
interact with the students, right, Sudhir?
Sure, sure. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Uh,